This series of tapes, Psychology versus Theology, were recorded from classes given this year by our Supreme Grand Master, Dr. Malachi York, known to us as Naya Malachi Zoduk El, our own Pharaoh, Amanubi Ru'akatal. These tapes were released in part so that you may listen and learn the profound facts as taught by the man of this hour. And now, listen to the dynamic teachings of the Supreme Grand Master, Naya Malachi Zoduk El.
The first time,
That's right.
the first time this country hears about hellbox and the possibility of some craft coming out the sky, understand what they do? They panic. They started crying on the radio. Oh my God, something's coming. What God are you talking about? What God are you talking about? Because according to what I read in the Bible, oh my God would be Revelation 21. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what it says. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven. That is a new heaven, a new above, and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth have passed away, and there was no sea. So if, listen close, your God, listen again, is in her heaven, one more time, right now.
Get there right now.
If he's in heaven right now, and has been in heaven for 2,000 years, what Jesus said in Matthew 24, our Father who art in heaven. His heaven, according to this Bible, is going to be wiped away. That's what the Bible says. Tell us how can God's heaven be wiped away? But it says here, and I saw a new heaven, that is the old heaven, and a new earth, that is the old earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Now they can go mystical on me, they can go metaphysical on me, they can go esoteric on me, but the Word of God that you said you believe in, and I should take literally when you think I should, I want to take literal right now. I don't want you to add nothing to it, Jimmy Swagger. I don't want you to start saying this is a mystical city, or this is a heaven. I want you to say right here, it says heaven and earth are gone and the sea too. What will we be standing on? Unless somebody or somebody is coming to take us out of here while that dispensation takes place, while that change takes place. Because not all of us, unfortunately, it says many are called, a few are chosen. 144,000, you're back to biblical again. Keep on asking about 144, that's biblical stuff again. It's about you and written about you, but it's still a biblical doctrine, and you go back before that. You better try to find out what the Egyptians, or what the Hopi, or what the Washington said when the ancient ones come. That's where the Bible got it from. Let's stay here. Verse number 2. And I, John, this is John Bar Zebedee, son of Zebedee, saw, listen, the holy city, New Jerusalem, not the old Jerusalem. New Jerusalem, doing what, y'all? Coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So the city is not Jesus, the good ship Jesus. Because Jesus is not a her. Jesus is a he. And the Bible says, prepared, what? Adorned for her husband. Then what is that? What else is it? And I heard a great voice out of the heaven saying, now a craft in the form of a whole city is coming down out of heaven from God, according to Revelation 21. And then I heard a voice. John, I heard somebody speak. If there was John was having a vision. Is it true or not? Is the vision true or not? He was in Isle of Patmos in prison, and he was having his vision. This evangelistic method. Is it true or not? I would ask. Don't start talking, it's a dream to throw people off. Is it true? Should I believe it? Now, if I should believe it, I start reading again. If you want to now say don't believe it because I'm reading it, it makes sense to me and not to you, then I'll just shut up. And I'll go on to what I do best. You follow? But if you want to say the Bible is true, and not one dot nor one tittle shall be removed from it until the Lord made, then let's read it. And let's see what it says without Jimmy swaggering it somewhere else. Let's just see what it says for the word. And whether we believe it or not, let's see it. Let's see if it makes sense for us today and how it applies to us. One thing is for sure, whatever heaven you believe in, it just said it was going to be gone. Your heaven is gone. There's a new one here. That's what it says. It says a whole city is coming down out of heaven. A city. Can I stay here for a minute? What is a city? We can call it a ship, we can call it a building, we can call it hell, we can call it anything else. The Bible says a city is coming out of heaven from God. And that people should be ready. Christians ain't saying that. I want to know why. I want to know why I've never heard no Christian preacher say a city's coming out of heaven. You know why? Because in this country, if you say that, they'll call you a cult and say you crazy. All them people are some cult. They believe that they're coming out of heaven. I believe all of us came down from heaven. Didn't you read your book, St. John chapter 1? The same light that lighteth every man that do what? Cometh into the world. So you came from someplace here, right in St. John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and there was not anything made that was made without Him. In Him is the light, and the life is the light of man, and the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehends it not. Right. The Spirit of God came from heaven down into you. Now, if something comes from out of there, up in heaven, down, it's an extraterrestrial. That's all. Ain't nothing heavy. If it came from heaven down, and it's in you, and Muslims say Allah breathes in you the breath of life. He said came down in the night as a spirit. To descend down with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Came down. Jesus said, what? Our Father who art. This is how I want you to pray. I don't want you to pray our Father who's on earth. I want you to pray our Father who's in heaven, hallowed be thy name. But I'm the manifestation, he said, of the Father on earth. But when you see me, you see Father. What was he saying? That God can have human representation. Human beings that represent God on earth. That's what he said. When you see me, you see the Father. Why? Why don't the preacher preach this? Why are you talking a bunch of garbage? Telling me about things that have nothing to do with me? Has nothing to do with the day and time? I'll tell you why. So when events like took place in the sky a couple of months ago, and you can still see that great star that Revelation talks about that could strike this earth. That worm would have taken what they call it, hellbach has taken a turn since they shot at it. It was moving that way, now it's moving this way. You look at it, you stay out here tonight, you see it clear right there. We watch it. It's coming this way now. It's something to worry about for somebody. Not for those prepared for the rapture. Not for those that have a personal relationship with the Son of God.
Right.
You call that Son of God by the Greek name, Jesus, or Jesus, or by the Arabic name, Isa, or by the Hebrew name, Yeshua, or by the Sumerian name, Tammuz, or by the Egyptian name, Horus or Har. Regardless of what name you want to call him in and what language that the Almighty split your tongues up in Genesis, still the same person. Still the Son of God. Still coming for his people. Coming in the flesh for you. You hear me? I'm not Jesus. Don't start that. I cannot fit the shoes of Jesus. Jesus is the greatest thing that can happen to you. It tells you right there, then we'll get down to it. Then you see I'm here, so I can't be put the coming there. Gotta be careful, you know that. It says in number 3, and I heard a great voice out of the heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God. Holy tabernacle. The tabernacle of God is with man. See, the holy tabernacle must be set up first. Not the church. Not the temple, not the lodge, not the mosque, not the synagogue. It tells you. The tabernacle. The Haykal. That's the Hebrew word for it. Haykal. So it's not synagogue. It says right there, the tabernacle of what? Of God is with man. Instead of right on earth. Go on. And he will dwell with them. Listen again. And he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people. And God himself shall be with them. And be their God.
Right. Yes. Free Grandmaster.
That doesn't mean the Heavenly Father. That means his Son.
Right.
Jesus is still yet to come in that verse. I gotta keep going. It says, and God shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow or crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things, past things, they have gone away. The suffering is gone. We are conscious now. Our ancestors are moving through us. The spirits of God. The Arishi, if you want to be Yoruba. The Kachina, if you want to be Native American. The Malachi, if you want to be Muslim. Are moving through us. The Anunnaki, if you want to stand next to me. Are moving through us now. Are affecting the world now. And it's altering rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes now. Are bringing planes out the sky. Right now. But ain't none of that bothering you. And none of it touching you. They're getting abducted, and none of it touching you. Ain't nobody bothering you. In fact, I know a whole bunch of colored folks. That's what you like to call yourself. I don't know how many colors you are. Who always say to me, Pop, how come, blacks don't get abducted? It's always backwoods country folks out in the woods, and they abduct. Why they don't never abduct us? You're telling me you want to be abducted? Or that you want to be abducted? Let me say, you want a bunch of little gray men feeling on you? Operating on you? That's what you want? You want to lay in your bed, little gray man with big head coming to float you out through the ceiling? And then you got to come back to earth and explain that to people and look at people crying. Yeah, oh, that was exciting. Somebody protects you. I wonder who that is. It's the 23rd Psalm, that's who it is. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. We got somebody looking out for us. What haven't we suffered? What kind of abuse haven't we been through? They divide us amongst ourselves. They want me and Farrakhan to hate each other. No. Not today. He can hate me, but I got too much love for myself and my kind to hate him. I need every Christian preacher and every rabbi and Jew and Israelite to stand up and speak out in defense of what they say they know, not what they believe. Seeing is knowing. Religion is seeing and believing. You understand that? If you see it, you don't believe it, you know it if you see it. This is a gavel. You see it? Yeah. You know it's a gavel now. Yeah. Seeing is not believing. That's either seeing is believing. That's religion. That ain't. Seeing is caring about is reading about is. I give you a Bible or Quran and soup you up and have you reading something you haven't seen or confirmed and have you convinced that you know it. When all it? Well, we're in a day and time now where we're starting to know things. They hooked up the computer and gave us the computer, and people are faxing things from all over the world saying, guess what? You know, this is all over here. Well, who faxed it? I don't know who sent me this. I don't know who sent me that big old skull. But someone said, you know, I read in that holy tablet that you say that there was a group of people on the planet with that big old double skull. Something like the Nation of Islam said. Now why? I ask you why. In all the years the Nation of Islam existed, why did somebody send them that skull? They were saying a man named Yaqub, the head, a scientist, the head right beside the humanity. Why didn't they send it to them? Why did they send it to wait to us to come along? Why didn't they see about the Jews and the Jews? How come they didn't tell them about the I said, you know, the big people that have a trunk like an elephant. I've seen these creatures in underworld. You go like they're going, Now you go to China and they have a deity called the Ganush. That they put in all the books in America now. Statues of a big old fat elephant-looking man with 4 fingers, no teeth, and a big trunk. And it's one of their deities called Ganush. A deer who comes to reality. Then they say, oh, we found a bunch of skull bones with these elongated heads, not going back like Egyptians, but going up. Till when the impossible is made to look possible. When the irrealities are made to look real. But when you first met it, you had to believe it. But now you see it, so you know it. That's how the ancient ones deal. They manifest things for you. They make things happen for you. When you get up in the morning with the sun, and you tell the ancient ones, as your ancestors, your blood, your sweat, and your tears, the centuries that you existed on the planet, that guide me, all the souls of all your ancestors who have passed before you, they guide me through the world. Don't tell me about no true God that you can't confirm. Tell me about no Allah, and I say, where is he? You say in heaven, I say, where is that? You say up there, and I say, how far? You say, just far. Don't tell me about nothing that can't be touched. I can touch myself. And in touching me, I touch my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather. I touch all of us. And if everybody has souls, and souls don't die, then all of them are alive somewhere. But I've been told, don't contact them. That's some form of witchcraft. That's some form of paganism. But sit around and idolize the image of Saint Germain given by the Confederate sisters to the Christians in Africa and Asia and America, and that's his image, and that's God. I'm going to look there. Here I am black as night, looking at a white man on the wall and trying to link my soul to his. I don't know, in the church singing gospel, singing my heart out. No. And if they could take that boy off the wall, he couldn't sing a lick. If he could, he wouldn't be singing what I'm singing. I'm singing to God, and God can't understand soul music. Because he's an old Jew. And you get mad when I say that. But when you look at the statues in Egypt that look like me, and say, that's paganism, I'm supposed to tolerate that crap. When you look at the Babylonian deities and say, that's paganism, and the African statues of the Yoruba, Shango, Obatala, Ogun, Yemeya, our ancestors, and I look at them and call them my God, you call me a pagan. But you want me to believe in a man who came down to earth and other men beat him up, nailed him on a cross, killed his butt dead. And then you're telling me he's my Savior. Well, who the hell is his Savior? He didn't do enough or a good enough job to save himself. That one won't save me. Man standing there holy whip. And you want to convince me that he can come save me? Listen again. Jesus didn't say he's going to save you. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one cometh unto the Father but by me. Not to him. What's wrong with you fool people? Jesus is there also trying to get in. It's about the Father. You said when Jesus was on the cross, he was getting ready to die, he lifted his head up and said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. and country, my God, why hast thou left me? So Jesus was calling out, oh, God, help me. Now, I'm walking next to you, and you my Savior, and you're saying, oh, God, help me. Now, I got a problem. That's like walking across the desert with a guy, and he stops and says, now, where am I? And you're supposed to be guiding me to the other side. You're supposed to be my Savior. You're supposed to be the Lion of Judah with the paw of the lion and reach down in the muck and the mire and the filth and pull me back up. That's what you're supposed to do. And you dead? And you got to prove to your friends that you're not. Listen, you just touch this. Feel this. Feel my wound. I'm not dead. That's the only way you can convince them is to meet them in a room 8 days later and say, touch this. Feel this. And you're supposed to be God? Come on now. What can you do for me? What has he done for you, Mary? Nothing. Rodney King was a Christian. Where was God when it was? Now get mad at me for telling you the truth, folks. I am not blaspheming God. I'm telling you they fed you the wrong God. And that's why we ain't got no help. That's why we're in this condition. Let me ask you a question. If we would have taken this land here and set it up and said that this is the Republic of Georgia, because we can prove through documents as blood related to Native Americans that this is really our land, and we had a standoff with some kidnapped hostages, yes, would there be a negotiation? Wow. Ask the people in Philadelphia. In the move movement, was there a negotiation? No, but they're negotiating. And they're talking. But we're not going to run in there. Yeah, right. We're not going to shoot nobody up or nothing like that. Why? Why? Why the boy who's on the news this week, the two of these scared Nazis who killed the 2 black soldiers from the base, get life? Do you know what life in prison means? First of all, it means 7 years, and they're out on parole. Understand that? But 70% of the people on death row are black. That's why they don't mind the death penalty. Now, did you see the boy that supposed to kill Bill Cosby's son? Did I tell you you have an excuse? There's always a reasonable doubt in every Amorite case. Double standard? I'll tell you why double standard. Bring it out, John. First, second, right? Is there another way to spell this? Can anybody spell it? Could you please tell me why a minute is made up of 60 seconds and not 50 first? Why is it 60 seconds and not 60 first? I'll tell you why. Because first is God's time, and then there's the devil's time. You understand that? First is God's time, and then there's the devil's time. Your time begins with the devil. Begins on the devil. At the key. Time. The control of time, control of mind, control of people. They have you convinced that this body is authentic by virtue of the fact that it has been around a long time, not because it has been verified, not because the facts have been proven. They do not have any proof that there was ever a Jesus Christ. That was crucified. There's no record. They say when a guy called Joseph Desplatus Piso, he recorded it. He was a playwright, a fiction writer. You understand? You understand the difference? So what Steven Spielberg said, if you want to believe every movie, if you want to believe Romance and the Stone is a real story, that's up to you. But it's really not. It's really a fiction adventure. There's no record that there ever was a wall of Jericho itself. They have not found it. They have not found Sodom and Gomorrah. They have not found the ark. nor the mountain that it landed on. There's no proof of this. There's no proof that there was a Goliath. There's no Christian, Muslim, or Jew can tell you exactly where Adam was born. Exactly. Where was Adam born or created? Exactly where was Eve made, crafted, born, or created? Exactly where and exactly when. Christians cannot tell you exactly when Jesus was born. Exactly. Exactly where. They got no reference there, born in a manger. Where? They say, well, Jesus is a Nazarite. But he said he was born in Bethlehem. Bethlehem is not Nazareth. Now, if he was born in Bethlehem, he's a Bethlehemian, not a Nazarite. Unless he was a Nazarite who came and moved and lived in Bethlehem. But according to the Bible, it says literally, he went from Nazareth so that the prophecy would be fulfilled. Ain't that what it says? So what does that mean? That he wasn't that prophecy. If the prophecy if the prophecy says that Jesus is going to be born in Stone Mountain in Atlanta, you got that? And Jesus is born in Smyrna and then goes to Stone Mountain in Atlanta, that prophecy does not fulfill through him. If it says a Nazarite shall be born, and he was born in Bethlehem, hello, wrong man. They might have missed the real Messiah, born in Nazareth, while taking up under the one born in. And I tell you, and I've proven it to you, that there's more than one Jesus in this Bible. Three of them existed at the same time, and Christians only tell you about one. So the Bible tells you about Jesus Justice and Simon, or a man called Bar Jesus, which means son of Jesus. All existed at the same time. In fact, Jesus' disciples once approached him and said, you know there's a man out there teaching in your name. And that's in the Bible. And Jesus said, well, as long as he's teaching my name, it's okay. Now, if you came to me and said, you know, Doctor, the guy out there teaching in your name, I said, what do you mean by that? When he's saying he's you. Oh, I said, oh, boy, I'd like to meet him. One of you better meet than me. But I wouldn't just say, oh, that's okay. Because I don't know what crimes he's going to commit in my name. Now, we've come to find out in the book of Acts that this Bar Jesus did commit crimes. He called him a Jew, a sorcerer, and a liar. And an alcoholic. That's right. And that wasn't the real Jesus. See, the problem people have when you talk about Jesus, they don't ask, who are you talking about? I can storm walking out here in America and talking about Jesus, and quote the Bible, you swear to God I'm talking about your Jesus. I'm only talking about your Jesus if you've been psyched into the false Jesus that Matthew 24 says, many are going to come in my name and say they're Christ. There's a lot of fake Christ out here. That white boy on that wall is not Jesus, but Revelation describes Jesus having hair like lamb wool and feet like burnt glass and burning furnace. I ain't seen the church yet with niggas standing on the wall. Somebody tell them about if that picture's on the wall in your church and your revelation addressing the fact that Revelation describes Jesus, then you better realize they're giving you the wrong Jesus. They're giving you the Antichrist to worship. You're worshiping the image of the beast. And it tells you in the book of Revelation chapter 13 that he's going to deceive many. He's going to trick you and tell them how to watch out for him. You're looking for some old red creature to come out with horns. That's mythology. I got a name for those people. They're called mythologians. Mythologians are Muslims, Christians and Jews who want mythology over facts. When you say Jesus is a personage in history, then that's a fact. Present the fact. And if you can't present the facts, then it goes in the trash can or in the mythology group. Whether you like it or not. History and time is proving you wrong. It's being revealed that what you were taught is just not true. The Dead Sea Scrolls have revealed the Qumran that the Bible you hold is not the Bible. That someone put this together to deceive you. And you crying and weeping, oh God, oh Lord Jesus, and wondering why you ain't getting no answer. Wondering why you ain't getting the bills paid. While your relatives are ailing and dying in the hospital. While you praying with the Bible, you throw the Bible on top of them won't be done. Or the Quran. I've seen it while living in this one country, like in the same ignorance as you have here. A God that don't help you until you die. They got to convince you that God will help you when you die. You understand? Listen here. Let me go a little more in here. Revelation. It says, and God shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. Read 5 again, so you catch something. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. Where is he? Read the Bible. Read it close. He ain't there no more. He ain't sitting on the throne any longer in heaven. And those Christians that are going to ask you where God, you say he's in heaven. The Bible says he left. The Bible says he who sat upon the throne. He's not there. He's praying to nothing. He's saying your prayers to nobody. Now you better find out where God is. That's why you ain't getting no help. Because you pray into an empty seat. I ain't making this up. That's what it says. I'm just reading. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. Now, is your religion the new religion or the old religion? I just want to go back with you. I want to go back with you. I don't want to get a chance to play games. I want to ask you a question. Is the Christianity religion old? 2,000 years, Islam 1,400 years, Judaism over 5,000 years, 1,400 years, is, no, baby, give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion, right? Now the answer is yes. God says he's making all things new. I'm asking you, is your religion new or old? Oh. So is your religion the religion of God not? Not Judaism, Christianity, Islam, not the religion that God is bringing. He said he's making something new for you. He's mixing up a new pot of soup here. Something new, not the old way. That's what the Bible says. I'm not making this up. Go home and read it yourself. And I read Greek. And you ain't talking no fool. Yes, ma'am.
How come Christians, like, this country in my family, we don't sit around, not often wonder why. They say, God's doing this, the Lord's doing this. God is doing this. And I was thinking to myself, I said, well, you know, who are they paying to? And, you know, what are they doing to them? Why do they believe that?
I don't know, but I think I know a few people that you probably say that would be like Donald Trump could say, boy, God is good to me. Ross Perot could say, boy, God is good to me. But not no nigga living in the project. Not nobody on welfare, not nobody making minimum wages, not nobody working for someone else who can fire them and mess up their whole life. Not the one who tells you that once you get a degree, you know, and what I say, and you learn, and then I'll give you a job. Not the one who tells me that they can control my life and put me in jail, and then tell me while I'm in jail that I'm going to decide what evidence I want to use. I'm going to pick the jury for you. I'm going to decide the verdict for you. I mean, any black person who's living in the world thinking that God is good to them in that world. But the Bible says to them, because they're not watching the part that says, come out of her, my people, and be not partakers of her iniquity. You got to get back to your own. We got to give him back all of his stuff, and it can be done. Oh, yeah. That's right. I ain't going far. I'm going to do a little more. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, talking to God, write, for these words are true. God told him they're true words. And faithful. You can put your faith in this, that there's going to be a new religion in the end. Not an old religion. Not Christianity, not Judaism, and none of that. That ain't getting you out of here. The waffle is new. Yeah. Yeah. It's a new religion, as they say. It is done. Sign and signature. Kaboom. God said, it is done. You understand? I already know what's going to happen in the future. He said, it's done. It's over. That old stuff got to go. It didn't serve you well. New stuff is coming in. Then he picks up again. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the waters of life free. Right now. You understand? He said, if you want it and you want to drink, you come drink out. Right. If you want to stay back in the old time religion, stay back in that silliness and spookism, worshiping God and forget, you go ahead. But my ancestors are working here in Georgia. My ancestors are working in Louisiana. And they're working all over Africa now. See, Africa got set back because they started giving themselves over to the white eagle. Started listening to his way of life, following his customs, following his traditions, listening to his music, seeing his women as beautiful, not our own. Seeing his friends as handsome, not our own. Wanting his stuff, living in the image of the beast. Taking on his image, acting like him, straightening our hair, waving our faces, changing our noses. Michael Jackson in it. But we didn't just do that, we changed our own hearts. We look at Africa, I ain't no African. I ain't no Native American. I don't really no hoopla boogla. That's what y'all said about us. Y'all are hoopla boogla. I'm from Africa. I was born in Africa. Y'all was called us hoopla boogla. I see things that are bigger list than me from America. I see things from America that's more African than me. And I was born in Africa. Y'all say somebody, you are hoopla boogla. Y'all are hoopla boogla. That's what you said. But that was a ploy. That was a ploy for a 400-year plan to eliminate you by splicing themselves into your genes. By making you feel inferior. Working you right out of existence. They married in so they can produce lighter and lighter kids among us so we won't exist. That's why I didn't call y'all Nuba, I called y'all Nubians. Because you were already mixed. You got Arab in you. You understand? And African in you. You got Native American in you. You are much. We are. Like being mad at me for telling you the truth, man. Like you insulted when it's telling you the truth. Very much. I'm not saying I'm not a much. Look at this long over my little skinny lips. I'm a much too. They say it's their business to get inside our genes, because if you're inside my genes, I definitely can't hate you. That's what genetics means. That's what genocide. Genocide has nothing to do with killing people. Genocide has to do with destroying the genes. Look at the word. Genocide. Getting inside. Making us hate our image. Making us hate ourselves. Give us a white Jesus and a white Muhammad. You understand? Give us a whitewash and kill the divine in us. Cut us off from the link to our ancestors. Make us feel guilty if I put on African beads. You sure there ain't some kind of pagan? I walk around with a horse with a dead man on it. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But if I put on some African teeth or something, well, who's all the thing you don't want to do? Ain't that what they do? That's right. Niggas be walking around with their hair pressed. Burn marks all in the kitchen. Burn marks all up in the temple. The temple got burn marks. The kitchen got burn marks. And they see you in dress and say, look at that mess. Niggas' hair look like cotton leather. Plastic. Grease. Dripping down. And you see somebody with a natural, and say, what's wrong with you? Or somebody got weave with African weave. Look at that. And your hair look like you got on patent leather shoes when you're like somebody shining. You your face. And they're doing lips, and now they got 2 levels of lips. I was coming up women used to put on lipstick. Now they put on lipstick in a dark line. Something changed. They had to make their lips look smaller. They wasn't satisfied. What are they going to give y'all next year? I'm right out there getting suction. And getting silicone lips. They want to listen to these people. It's hard, you know. Now, lips is sexy for Amorite women and not sexy for you. They run around with everything in their world to get their hair curly, but it's not good enough for you. They laying on the beach, frying like sausages, flipping themselves over back and forth, trying to get some color, and you mad because you dark. God is dark. Because God was in darkness before he said, let there be light. If God said, let